Hate that the game doesn't warn you about nightmare cores. Yeah, it could maybe have some more tells, honestly. But I love the mechanic. I think it's sick. What's up, Jamil? Easy new game plus runs would go hard. You would think, but you can't play easy in this game without auto mode, and auto is dog shit. I was actually thinking about doing my new game plus runs on easy, but then Yang and Fiery were running new game auto, new game easy auto, and they would complain a lot about the movements. The game like doesn't let you do stingers or whatever movement in whatever direction you want. It completely trolls you. Every time you enter a new room, you like are basically essentially holding lock on automatically for the first 2 seconds, which is very bad. I should still do the roll there, like in new game. Yeah, I like to auto lock you onto stuff and try to auto finish your combos and whatnot. What record meant the most to me? Probably DMC 1 90%. The first time I got DMC 1 90% record. That shit was super meaningful to me because I never thought I'd get that record. And I ran this game for a long time before I got it. And I look up to Maxi a lot. He had record for like a super long time. I need to figure out how to get that purple to be killed with one of the other marionettes. Yeah, jumping in this game can be a little clunky. I won't lie. Any tips for Nightmare's final desperation phase? Air raid is super good, actually. If you use air raid, you can just fly around him in a circle and dodge all the attacks, and just hit it with air raid. Favorite DMC game? 3. DMC 3 is just my favorite game. The new game plus give infinite DT. Well, I am playing with Super Dante costume, which gives infinite DT. It's not inherent to new game plus, but if you're playing new game plus, you may as well use Super Dante. But yeah, I do have infinite DT.
Too easy.
Yeah, there is a Super Dante. You get it for beating DMD, I believe. It's quite fun. Let's have. Good morning. Nah, I've never played Metal Gear Solid. Every time people recommend it to me, they're like, dude, you gotta play Metal Gear Solid. It's got an amazing story. There's this 1.5 hour long unskippable cutscene, and I'm like, yo, I thought you said this was a video game. I do not get the appeal at all. Ever try to run reboot? No. I said I'd run reboot if I already had record in every other DMC game at the same time, which I have not even come close to yet, so. Might take a couple years. Have I done a speedrun for DMC4? Yeah. I have a pretty good time. I have like a 102. It's like 6 or 7 minutes off record. I need to go back and improve that. It's a fantastic run. Oh no. Got stuck. Oh, that was so slow. Not at all, Starduck. Not at all. Who has the record for New Game Plus? Me. It's not actually a category. It's mostly a meme. But it's got a 3004. I can just not get a good mission 4 in New Game Plus. I don't know what it is. Sub 30 category? I thought I was gonna get sub 30 last run. Honestly. I think it's sub 29 at least. See how far it goes. $120 IGT is still really bad. Because in new game I get a 116 there. Any tips for the final Nello Angelo fight on DMV? Yeah, I would recommend watching a DMV speedrun and learning how to loop him. It's not really that hard. Inferno, kick 13, grenade gun, punch, grenade gun, jump away. I mean, every action game's combat is inspired by DMC, but that doesn't mean any game's action combat is even close to as good as DMC or has similar depth to it. I think the closest thing you get is Bayonetta, but it's still like a far cry from Devil May Cry's combat. There's way more depth going on in Devil May Cry than any other action game. To the point where other action game devs don't even like attempt to be the same genre. Every other action game tries to be like something completely different than Devil May Cry. They'll either add RPG elements or they'll make it about like being a ninja, you know, or like they add some stylistic twist that means they don't have to have as much depth to the combat because they know they can't compete with Devil May Cry when it comes to gameplay depth. Would you say is your favorite game besides DMC3? I don't know, maybe Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike's definitely up there.
Too easy.
Which, like, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But they're not gonna play the same at like a high level. Yeah, I mean that's a surefire sign, right? Like if an action game has dial combos, then it doesn't play like Devil May Cry. Because Devil May Cry's control scheme is pretty unique. It's part of what makes it so good. It doesn't have dial combos. I hate dial combos. That's a big thing with Bayonetta and Ninja Gaiden. And like, there's nothing wrong with that per se, but it doesn't give the player as much direct control, I feel. Whereas like the command inputs, like stinger, high time, that kind of thing, you know, like lock on and directional based inputs, just feel a lot more like you have immediate control because you can interrupt any of your attacks with them and then just segue into a different one and create your own free flowing combos instead of like falling into a flow chart and doing whatever preset combos the game has. That was a big problem I had with Bayonetta, actually. I felt like the game was railroading me into doing specific combos, and if I didn't do them, I just got no damage. Because you just wouldn't get the big hand or big feet to come out. And that was like where 90% of your damage came from, right? And so, like, if I chose to not do those combos, I just would do dog shit damage. Because I didn't want to just, like, do what the game wanted me to do. And much more creative freedom, I feel like. It's like, but what if I don't want to do a heavy kick after this punch, you know? What if I want to do a stinger, right? So I played it like that, and the game really, really, like, fucks you over for doing so. Dial combos are combos where, like, you insert a certain string of inputs, and then a special combo happens that wouldn't happen otherwise. Like, you do punch, punch, kick, 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 punch, and then, like, that lets you get into a move set that you would not normally be available without doing the previous set of inputs. Like, it might give you access to additional moves or like strings of moves that like you could not access unless you did that specific combo. This is very different in DMC because you'll have access to all of your moves all the time. And you can just do the inputs for those moves and they'll come out. Like, if you want to do a stinger, you just hold lock on, move the directional stick like the way you want it to go, and then press attack, right? And you just do it at any point, whether you're in the middle of a combo doing something else or... Like, I could be in the middle of my 4-hit combo, but instead I want to do a stinger, so I just interrupt it and do a stinger whenever I want. But like, you can't do that in games like Bayonetta or Ninja Gaiden because most of the moves aren't command lines, right? They only come out if you do a previous set of inputs. Yeah, like a fighting game combo. Most fighting game combos are dial combos, yeah. Which isn't really anything wrong with that, but I feel like it gives a lot less creative control because you have to do the combos in the order that the game wants you to. That's why I feel something like Smash Bros might be a better fighting game, you know, than something like Tekken maybe, because in Smash Bros, like, all of your attacks are just command lines, right? Like, it's like down B, right? You have like your directional Bs and your directional tilt attacks and whatnot. And you can do them in any order you want, whenever you want. Where like, if you want certain things to happen in a game like Street Fighter, you know, if you want to do your fireball, you have to do the fireball input. And you have like your preset combos that have your specials come out and stuff. But I think just inherently not using dial combos is using command prompts are like that's way more, it's more conducive to more depth because you have a wider array of things that you can do. You know, a lot more creativity and, what's the word? When it's impromptu, what's it called? Improvisation, that's the word. Holy waters don't work on Mundus, so yeah, probably better to use them on Nightmare. You can just use an untouchable on the desperation phase. Please let me go, and then just spam Inferno. It's a good strat too. Ever done any speedruns and live events? Yeah, I've done quite a few GDQ runs. I ran DMC 1 at GDQ. I ran DMC 3 twice at GDQ. I ran Left 4 Dead twice at GDQ. I have ran Halo Infinite at GDQ. I think that's it. Bum, 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 bum. It might be faster to actually vortex there. Okay, in my last run, I did not get the double hit with the holy water here, so I need to... Hopefully I get this. Currently doing your first OGRE4 speedrun. Nice, dude. Good luck. Nah, you're fine, Novas. No worries. But yeah, I've done quite a few GDQ runs. Hopefully I'll get some more. I'd love to run this game again. Any percent would be dope. I'd love to run DMC3, show off cake. Before the next GDQ, I'll probably get a lot better at DMC2 and try to submit that and get that in. That's probably the most likely option. When I run Halo, I'd love to see me do more Halo GDQ. Halo is hard for GDQ because there's so many Halo runners and they're all really good. So if you want to run Halo at GDQ, you have to be like a top level runner. Because like Zoo and Sloth, like those guys submit, so that means that pretty much Halo 2, 3, and CE like are off limits. Kronos did a bunch of Reach runs. So like Reach has already been done on Legendary at like a really high level. I think ODSC's been done at a really high level too. I mean, I did do Infinite at GDQ, but that was like when it first came out. I did have Record at the time. I'd love to do Time Splitters Future Perfect. I gotta remember, bro, I don't deactivate DT on that cutscene. Time Splitters Future Perfect would be sick. Unfortunately, GDQ does not take emulator runs, so I'd have to buy a Series X. I'd have to buy a Series X, and I'd have to learn how to play on controller. Yo, Polo, thank you so much for the tip, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Because when I ran Time Splitters, I ran on mouse and keyboard mod on emulator. So I wouldn't be able to run it like that. I'd have to run it on console, on controller. Which would be like okay. It would kind of suck, but to do it at GDQ would be fine. But I don't own that console, so. Why do people not like the PS5 release of Time Splitters? Did it have like save states or something, I think? I know that TS Elite doesn't accept PS5 runs of Time Splitters. I don't know why. I'm in the Discord, but I have not read up on it. You like the Switch version of DMC3, or do you just like the new weapon swapping mechanic? I don't like the dial, but I'm glad it exists. I think it's cool. The problem with that is there's a lot of lag and on the startup for weapons and style switching on that version of the game. So it's vastly inferior to, like, let's say the style switching mod. I'm sure Destiny Spider can tell you more about it. Honestly, I never played it and I don't know the particularities, but there's like weird startups, so you can't do certain high level maneuvers as easily or even at all. I think in particular, Star Raves are like super fucked because Trickster Dash has like way longer startup for some reason. I mean, really what they did is they took what modders already made and made like 10 times better and then just like put it in their game and did it worse. It's classic. But I do think it's cool. It's great as like an entry level thing. and it's cool that it exists, but it has its problems that stop it from being like as good as it could be. What's up, Beth? Howdy. Also, the fact that it's on a Switch plays at like 30 FPS. Welcome back, Marissa. Ooh, what a line. Got addicted to Lies of P. Being addicted to P seems like it's a bad thing. But I want King Shame. Can I save this? Nope. No, I cannot. God damn it. Sad. Still green, yeah. I trolled my, like, because I don't have to build DT, a lot of my muscle memory is like completely fucked. Because I'm so used to like building DT all over the place. That was unfortunate, he ran away. Still 29 pace. Think learning this run will completely fuck with your ability to improve the record? I mean, maybe,
wow.
But
Thank you.
It just means I'd have to de-rust for an extra day or two. Yo, Yamato, thank you for the sub, my man. Enjoy the emotes. Thank you. No, I tried in gold. I wish. Only Alistair reflects, I think. Like, if it does not, not very good for this room. Thank you, Yamato. Enjoy the emotes, my friend. Thanks for the support. That's too low. This will completely fuck my muscle memory, but when I do Super Dante runs, my muscle memory will be better. And it's more likely I'll do Super Dante runs before I do any percent runs again. So I'll have more practice on these vortex lines. Does every New Game Plus runner use Super Dante by default? Well, I'm the only one, so yes. There are no New Game Plus runners. I am New Game Plus runners. Oh my god. Trolling. Trolling. What's up, Martin? How you doing, dude? Ever been at a Death Tribute concert? No. That sounds sick, though. I love that. My channel is the only reason you actively watch Twitch. Let's go. Sustaining the platform. Bezos, give me a raise. What about no hit runs? If you do exclamation mark list in the chat, it should link you to an Imgur, which has all the challenges that I want to do. If it's not on there, I probably don't care about it. Bro is carrying the platform, for real, bro. My 100 viewer stream. Carrying Twitch. Oh god. What would they do without me? Oh god, I'm fucked. Not me not re-grabbing the input in time. What are my nightmare cycles, bro? I just cannot. I cannot keep my nightmare cycles today. That's okay. I'm giving myself more room for improvement. That way, instead of getting one really good record, I'll have 8 YouTube videos of incremental improvements of about 3 seconds. I am just a content genius, actually. Just farming the YouTube uploads. Yeah, that sucks, Marasama. It happens though. Hopefully things will clear up and you'll be able to do some runs again soon. I'm so slow. What's that vein? Blindfolded run when? That'd be the last thing I do on normal, I think. I'm gonna do all the other normal challenges first and then blindfolded. Because blindfolded easily gonna take the longest. I wouldn't be shocked if blindfolded took like a couple months. Found a tribute band called Death to All. Sadly, they're not touring though. That's pretty sick. I'd love to hear some Death live. Blindfolded sounds cool in theory, but then the streams are going to be really boring because I'm not going to be able to read chat. I like Metroidvanias. I liked Hollow Knight. That's pretty much the only Metroidvania I've played. That's B's favorite game. Assuming you've ran the category, which DMC do you think is better DMD to do runs? 1 or 3? Oh, easily DMC 1. Pretty much every other DMC game, DMD is not a good category. But in DMC 1, I think it's better than normal, honestly. 3 is especially heinous. But Virgil is not as bad because you have DT from the start, but God, Dante 3 DMD is rough. Had fun doing every difficulty in 3 except for DMD, to be honest. DMD is rough, bro. DMD is really rough. Okay, you know, I'm trying to go faster and it's actually making me go slower, so I should just do the fucking any percent Cosmo climb, so that way I don't mess it up and lose time. Even though I could, in theory, go faster there. It's not fast to be slow. Hey, Dr. FaxX. Still haven't seen a kickflip? Bro, you gotta follow me on Instagram. Yeah, here blowing it. I got kickflips all day there. Very hard is actually a really cool difficulty in 3. I'm really interested in doing DMC3 very hard runs, because it's got like all the DMD enemy arrangements and the harder bosses and stuff, but the enemies don't have a million HP. Yeah, it's DMD without the bullshit, basically. DMD but good. Exactly. I did want to try to work out today on stream again. Try to get back into it now that I'm actually grinding a category. So maybe there will be handstands. More likely headstands, though. My apartment office is not big enough for handstands, I feel. Trolling, land on the thing. Thank you. How many push-ups can I do in one set? Right now, probably 40. Back in my heyday, I could do 100 push-ups in one set. A long time ago, though. What's up, Raiden? Nah, I think I want to try to get a 28 in New Game Plus. Right now you can't do any because you're in a run. True. But we'll get a 29 at least. Let's go. Bog. Bog you. Waifu olds. Yeah, dude, when I was in high school, I could do 100 in a row. Back when I was in shape. Hey, 29. Let's go. Under 30 minutes. Hell yeah. I knew that was like super possible. It could go a lot lower than that, probably. I missed 2 nightmare cycles in this run. How much does his gas skip save in DMC4? Like 2 or 3 minutes, I think. Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce.